From sacred visions to terrifying nightmares, the Bible is filled with beings that are anything but ordinary. These are not just animals or angels. They are symbols of judgment, chaos, and cosmic terror. Some dwell in ruins, others fall from the sky, and some may still linger among us. In this video, we'll take you through 10 of the most fearsome, mysterious, and spiritually haunting creatures ever mentioned in Scripture. Creature number 10. Azazel. On the Day of Atonement, a strange ritual takes place. One goat is sacrificed to the Lord. The other, known as the scapegoat, is sent into the wilderness to Azazel. But who is Azazel? In Leviticus 16:8-10, he is the destination of sin, a name shrouded in mystery. Some scholars see him as a desert demon, others as a symbol of removal. But in the book of Enoch, Azazel is something more. A fallen angel who taught forbidden knowledge to humans, swords, sorcery, and seduction. He corrupted the earth and was bound in the desert for his crimes. In later Jewish and Christian traditions, Azazel becomes a representation of sin externalized, cast out, yet still lurking. Whether demon or scapegoat, he is a reminder that evil is not just what we carry, but also what we exile and forget, hiding in the shadows of the wild. Creature number 9. Satyrs. In Isaiah 13:21 and 34:14, strange beings haunt the ruins. Wild goats, hairy ones, or satyrs. The Hebrew word seirim can mean shaggy or demonic creatures. In ancient thought, satyrs were not the playful beings of Greek myth, but eerie spirits dwelling in wastelands. Some translations call them goat demons, linking them to desert idolatry and the spiritual desolation of fallen empires. When Babylon is prophesied to fall, Isaiah says these creatures will dance among its ruins. They symbolize abandonment, wilderness, and the unclean. In Leviticus 17:7, Israelites are warned not to sacrifice to them. Satyrs stand at the edge of civilization and chaos, a reminder that what humanity forgets or corrupts becomes home to darker things. They aren't just symbols of judgment, they are what's left when order collapses. Creature number 8. Rephaim. In the shadows of the ancient hills of Bashan lived the Rephaim, giants remembered in fear and mystery. Mentioned in Deuteronomy 2:10-11 and Numbers 13:33, the Rephaim were a race of mighty beings, remnants of a pre-Israelite age. They were associated with King Og of Bashan, whose bed was said to be over 13 feet long. But over time, the Rephaim became more than flesh and blood. In Isaiah 14:9 and Job 26:5, they are described as shades, spirits of the dead, dwelling in Sheol. Their story transformed from physical warriors to ghostly echoes of a fallen world. The name Rephaim came to represent forgotten strength, the power that once was, now reduced to silence beneath the earth. In biblical imagination, they remind us that even giants fall, and their legacy lingers not in glory, but in ghost. Creature number 7. Nephilim. Before the flood, when the world was young and corrupted, the Nephilim walked the earth. Mentioned in Genesis 6:1-4, they were the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. Giants of strength and size, the Nephilim became symbols of a broken boundary between heaven and earth. The text offers few details, but just enough to unsettle. Were they fallen angels, demigods, or ancient tyrants remembered as monsters? In Numbers 13:33, the Israelite spies claim they saw Nephilim in Canaan, calling themselves like grasshoppers in comparison. In the book of Enoch, the story grows darker. The Nephilim corrupted mankind and taught forbidden knowledge, leading to the Great Flood. Today, they remain a theological enigma and a source of endless fascination for those who seek to understand the mysterious fall of ancient creation. Creature number 6. Legion. In Mark 5:9, Jesus encounters a man possessed, not by one demon, but by many. When he asks for the demon's name, the answer chills the soul. My name is Legion, for we are many. The man lived among tombs, crying out and cutting himself, unable to be chained. He was a vessel of torment, inhabited by an army of spirits. The name Legion echoes the terrifying structure of a Roman military unit: order within evil, discipline in destruction. When cast out, the demons entered a herd of pigs, who rushed into the sea and drowned. This moment reveals how deep evil can infest the human soul, and how violent it becomes when unmasked. Legion is not just a demon, it is a collective, a spiritual infection, a host of darkness, and its presence shows us that the greatest horror may be what hides within. Creature number 5, the Four Horsemen. When the Lamb opened the first 4 seals in the book of Revelation, thunder roared, and horsemen rode forth. The first rode a white horse, wearing a crown, bent on conquest. The second rode a red horse, bringing war and bloodshed. The third, on a black horse, held scales. Famine would follow. And the fourth, most terrifying, rode a pale horse. Its rider's name was Death, and Hades followed close behind. These are not mere metaphors. They are spiritual forces unleashed upon the world as judgment. Their arrival signals the unraveling of human order as chaos and terror sweep across the earth. No army can stop them. No wall can hold them back. Together, they represent conquest, violence, scarcity, and death. 4 winds of ruin sent to cleanse a corrupted world. When the horsemen ride, the end has truly begun. Creature number 4, Lilith. She appears only once in the Bible, Isaiah 34:14, where she is called the night monster or screech owl. But Lilith's legend stretches far beyond that single verse. In Jewish folklore and Talmudic writings, Lilith is said to be Adam's first wife, created equal to him, yet banished for refusing to submit. In rage, she fled Eden and became a demon of the night, haunting ruins, preying on newborns, and seducing men in dreams. In ancient Mesopotamian myth, similar female spirits, Lilu or Lilitu, were already feared. Over centuries, Lilith evolved into a symbol of rebellion, femininity, and the fear of untamed womanhood. While some see her as pure evil, others have reimagined her as a feminist icon. In the Bible, she may be a whisper in the dark, but in the imagination of generations, Lilith is a scream echoing through the ages. Creature number 3, Wormwood. In Revelation 8:10-11, a star falls from heaven, blazing like a torch. Its name is Wormwood, and when it strikes, 1/3 of the rivers turn bitter. Many people die from drinking the poisoned waters. The name Wormwood means bitterness, pain made liquid. Some see it as a meteor, others as a spiritual force of judgment. But whatever it is, its effect is devastating. The very source of life, water, becomes death. Wormwood is not a monster with claws or teeth. It doesn't roar. It corrupts silently. It seeps into what you trust most. That's what makes it terrifying. It represents judgment without warning, bitterness in what once nourished, and the hidden cost of sin reaching even into the veins of creation. When Wormwood falls, the world doesn't burn. It turns sour, and we die thirsting for what we thought would save us. Creature number 2, Abaddon. In the book of Revelation 9:11, a terrifying name is revealed. They had as king over them the angel of the abyss, whose name in Hebrew is Abaddon, and in Greek, Apollyon, the destroyer. Abaddon is not just a demon, he is a commander of the locust-like tormentors released in the end times. His name means destruction, and his role is judgment. Some interpret Abaddon as Satan, others see him as a servant of God carrying out divine wrath. In the Old Testament, Abaddon is a poetic term for the realm of the dead, deep, silent, and final. But in Revelation, Abaddon becomes personal, a force with will, command, and terrifying presence. In art and theology, Abaddon is often depicted as a dark angel with a burning crown, leading armies from beneath the earth. He reminds us that even destruction may serve a divine purpose in the great cosmic balance. Creature number 1. Leviathan. In the depths of the primeval sea, where chaos once reigned, the Leviathan stirred. Described in Job 41 and Psalm 74, this monstrous sea creature defied all understanding. With scales like shields and breath that sparked fire, Leviathan was more than a beast. It was a cosmic force. In Isaiah 27:1, the Lord promises to slay the dragon that is in the sea, symbolizing his triumph over evil and disorder. Ancient Jewish texts even connect Leviathan to Babylonian myth, where Tiamat, the chaos dragon, is defeated by Marduk. Over time, Leviathan has come to embody not just myth, but metaphor. It represents the powers of destruction that God alone can subdue. For early Christians, this monster prefigured the forces Christ would conquer at the end of days. These creatures may seem distant, mythic, even impossible, but their presence in the Bible isn't just to terrify. They reveal the nature of sin, judgment, power, and the mystery of the divine. Some are long gone. Others may still echo in the dark. If you want to keep exploring the spiritual depth and strangeness of Scripture, don't forget to subscribe, share this video, and tell us, which creature disturbed you the most? And which one do you think is still out there?